Joel Embiid to the Lakers? Bill Simmons floats wild trade idea. Hey Lakers Nation. Marcus Williams here, bringing you one of the boldest trade scenarios making rounds in the NBA media landscape. Popular podcaster and NBA analyst Bill Simmons has proposed a trade idea that would send shockwaves through the league. The Los Angeles Lakers acquiring 2023 MVP Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers, without including fan favorite Austin Reeves in the package. On a recent episode of The Bill Simmons podcast, the outspoken analyst suggested that the Lakers could leverage their collection of expiring contracts and 2 first-round picks to land the dominant big man who would instantly solve their most glaring weakness. That's my favorite Lakers play. With all the expiring contracts and 2 first-round picks, they end up with Embiid, Simmons said. You don't even have to include Reeves, he added, while acknowledging concerns about Embiid's long-term health. We don't know if Embiid is going to play again. The Lakers have 4 players with contracts expiring this summer who could theoretically be packaged together to match Embiid's salary. Rui Hachimura, $18.26 million. Dorian Finney-Smith, $15.38 million if he exercises his player option. Gabe Vincent, $11.5 million. Maxi Kleber, $11 million. While the numbers might work on paper, the reality presents several significant challenges. First and foremost, why would the 76ers accept a package of expiring contracts and late first-round picks for their franchise cornerstone? Despite Embiid's injury concerns, Philadelphia would likely demand a blue-chip young player like Reeves in any serious trade discussion. Additionally, the Lakers' cap situation presents another major obstacle. Even if they somehow convince the 76ers to accept this underwhelming package, acquiring Embiid would essentially eliminate any financial flexibility to address other roster needs, including the wing position that GM Rob Pelinka has already identified as another offseason priority. Then there's the elephant in the room, Embiid's availability. The Star Center played just 19 games in the 2024-25 season due to persistent knee and foot issues. He was shut down by the 76ers in late February and later underwent arthroscopic surgery on the same knee where he had previously torn his meniscus. Embiid is under contract through the 2028-29 season and is owed a staggering $248.1 million over that span. While pairing Embiid with Luka Doncic would create perhaps the most talented duo in the NBA, the risk factors involved make this proposal more fantasy than reality. The Lakers would be committing massive resources to a player who hasn't demonstrated consistent availability in recent years, potentially hampering their ability to build proper depth around their stars. For Philadelphia, trading Embiid would signal a complete organizational reset, a decision they're unlikely to make without receiving significant young talent and draft capital in return. Teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder or San Antonio Spurs could easily outbid Los Angeles if Embiid were truly available. While Simmons's proposal makes for entertaining podcast discussion, Lakers fans would be wise to temper expectations. More realistic center targets might include players like Nick Claxton, Miles Turner, or Jonas Valanciunas, established big men who could be acquired without mortgaging the team's entire future. What do you think, Lakers Nation? Is Joel Embiid worth the enormous risk? Or should the team pursue more attainable options to address their center position? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and smash that like if you're ready for what promises to be a fascinating Lakers offseason. This is Marcus Williams, living and breathing Lakers basketball. Until next time, remember, sometimes the boldest moves are the ones you don't make. LeBron James jokes about Anthony Davis trade after Lakers playoff exit. Hey Lakers Nation, Chris Bennett here, bringing you LeBron's candid post-playoff comments that have everyone talking, following the Lakers' disappointing 5-game exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves. LeBron James offered some revealing and surprisingly humorous insights about the team's glaring size deficiency after trading away Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. When reporters asked James about the burden of playing center in small ball lineups throughout the series, the 40-year-old superstar delivered a perfectly timed joke that spoke volumes about the team's current predicament. No comment. I'll never say that, James quipped when questioned about the strain of playing center. Because my guy AD said what was needed and he was gone the next week. I got no comments. I put on that uniform every night. I gave everything I had, and that's what matters. The room broke into laughter, but there was an unmistakable truth behind the humor. James was referencing how Davis had previously voiced concerns about the team's roster construction before becoming the centerpiece in the blockbuster trade that brought Doncic to Los Angeles. Throughout the Minnesota series, the Lakers' lack of size and physicality was brutally exposed. James, despite playing through persistent injuries and turning back the clock with his performances, simply couldn't overcome the Timberwolves' overwhelming front-court advantage. The four-time MVP was forced to spend significant minutes at center in small ball lineups, an unsustainable ask for a player entering his 23rd NBA season. The situation became even more concerning when James suffered a Grade 2 MCL sprain in Game 5. While his legendary commitment to body maintenance has extended his prime well beyond what seemed possible, even LeBron isn't immune to the physical toll of carrying such a heavy burden. With the 2025-26 campaign potentially being James's final NBA season, the Lakers front office faces immense pressure to maximize this closing championship window. President of Basketball Operations Rob Pelinka seems to recognize the urgency, indicating the organization is committed to addressing James's roster concerns this offseason. We're going to do everything possible to meet LeBron's expectations for the roster, Pelinka stated in his exit interview, acknowledging that the team's most pressing need is adding front-court size and physicality. The Doncic trade fundamentally transformed the Lakers' identity and roster composition. While acquiring a generational 26-year-old talent was a move the franchise had to make, it came at the significant cost of losing their only reliable center in Davis. This trade-off became painfully apparent against Minnesota's formidable front court of Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, and Naz Reid. As Los Angeles enters a critical offseason, finding capable big men to complement their star duo has emerged as the clear top priority. Whether through trades, free agency, or the draft, Pelinka must find ways to add size and rim protection, not just to compete for another championship, but also to ensure James can effectively contribute without carrying an unsustainable physical burden. The irony isn't lost on anyone. After trading away an elite big man in Davis, the Lakers' most urgent need is now finding an elite big man. While Doncic represents the franchise's future, addressing the team's front-court deficiencies will determine whether James's legendary Lakers tenure ends with championship glory or playoff disappointment. What do you think, Lakers fans? Which centers should the team target this offseason? Can Pelinka find the right pieces to complement LeBron and Luka? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and smash that like if you're ready for what promises to be a franchise-defining summer. This is Chris Bennett, living and breathing Lakers basketball. Until next time, remember, in the NBA, timing is everything, and the clock is ticking on LeBron's championship window.